Welcome to the Sports Arena in downtown Los Angeles. It's time for the Girls City Championship game. It's number 6 Washington against top-seeded Taft, the Toreadors. Hello, everybody. My name is Randy Rosenblum, set to call the play-by-play. Really no surprise that Taft is here. A terrific season for Mark Drucker's ball club. They were dominant in the West Valley. The surprise are the Generals of Washington. True, they have great school tradition. They've won 5 city titles, but nobody expected this very young basketball team to get all the way to the Sports Arena. Dramatic wins over Sylmar, Venice, and then Washington knocked off number 2 Dorsey in the semifinals. We work with Carol Holton, the head basketball coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. You've seen this Taft team. Good to see you, Carol.
I played both teams. I played both teams, Randy, last year, and Taft is in the West Valley League, of course, with Cleveland, and they've dominated this year. They were 10-0 in our league.
All right, let's first talk about Washington. How surprised are you that they were able to get through Venice and get through Dorsey and Sylmar?
I'm not too surprised. We beat them last year, Cleveland, in the quarterfinals. They were a strong team then, but I think they've had a year to really work on their game, to go further off in the playoffs, and they deserve to be here as well.
Makia Russell is a tremendous point guard. In fact, she was the co-MVP in the Marine League last year. Number 12, Makia Russell for the Washington Generals.
Absolutely. Outstanding player. We're going to see great things from her tonight. I'm sure of it.
She's very, very quick. On the flip side, let's talk about the Taft Toreadors. They've run off 22 straight wins. They lost their first 2 games, run off 22 in a row. They have a great basketball player. And in fact, we used to say, hey, it's winter outside, but it's always autumn at Taft in the form of Autumn Davis. She can really fill it up.
When you play against Taft, you got to really figure out a way to stop her. This year, both times you run a box and one. Whatever you run her, she's been able to still connect with the basket. Slow start, she's usually a second half player. The whole team is, but they have so many people scoring. They're a hard team to beat.
Autumn Davis has scored 63-point shots this year, converting 60 of them. Twice in the playoffs, she hit 5 3-pointers. How do you slow down a shooter like Autumn Davis?
But the thing about when you play Taft, even if you run, you just concentrate on double teaming Autumn. Taft has 9 girls who could be in the book, and not only with little contributions, big. So you stop Autumn, or you try to stop Autumn, you still have Armani Haynes, Nashawn Williams coming at you at the boards.
Yeah, Armani Haynes is the point guard and a very good one, and a young player, just a 9th grader for the Taft Toreadors. But let's talk about Nashawn Williams, number 25. Very gifted player for Taft High School. It's not just the Autumn show.
No, it's not. They have all of their players, again, like I said, contributing. If you have that many players who are just swarming defense, in-your-face defense, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Of course, last year, Narbonne won the city championship. An eligible situation cost them an opportunity to defend their title and really opened it up for everybody, including Taft and Washington.
Absolutely. I think because that team is not in there, it made everyone move up one and made it possible because Narbonne has dominated for so many years. It's nice to see other teams here in the playoffs.
It has been a year of equality, though, in girls basketball. You can speak to that, Carol. Many teams coming into the playoffs thought they had a chance to get to the Sports Arena.
Absolutely. With the opening up of the 24 bracket and Invitational, it's nice that everybody gets one more game, and then may the best girl win.
A little earlier today in the Invitational, the Fairfax Lions girls got by Roosevelt, and Fairfax won the Invitational. We're set now for the girls' championship game. Top-seeded Taft with a 22-game winning streak, taking on the Generals of Washington. We'll be back to tip it off on LA 36 and KLCS right after this. We mentioned that Washington had to get through a tough stretch, beating Sylmar by 2, Venice by 3, and Dorsey by 3. On the flip side, Taft had just run right through everybody. 3 easy wins, including a big semifinal win over an undefeated Grant team. They're the key players for the Generals. Ashley Wakefield, Russell, the very good point guard, Bradley, Gardner, Askew, and Miller. That first 5, all underclassmen. So a very youthful team. The only senior on that page there is Asia Miller, and she'll come off the bench. So a very young Washington General basketball team. Amber Dixon is very solid as well for Taft as you look at their key players. We mentioned Autumn Davis. Smythe, a very good inside player. Nashawn Williams all around. Armani Haynes will handle the point. We're set to go. Taft in white in the red-clad uniforms. The 6th-seeded basketball team from Washington, and a turnover immediately against Taft. I would imagine, Carol, there'll be some nerves displayed here early on with these teams.
Well, to play on this floor for the first time, both teams, worked hard to get here, but, it is a sports arena, and it's a big, big game for both teams.
At a big stage, there's 25, Nashawn Williams, very, very good basketball player. And in fact, we may have a restart here. Not certain that they like the way this thing started. They may just begin once again. Lisa Scott is our referee, and we're going to jump it again, put 4 seconds back on the clock. It was 7:56. They reset the clock to 8 minutes, and
here we go.
We start all over again. Ball belongs to Washington. Ashley Wakefield will bring it in. Point guard. Running the show out in front will be Russell. Askew down low. And Williams rebounds for the Toreador. Haynes walked. Traveling violation against Taft High School. 20 seconds in, no score. First look at Janae Askew and the Generals. We haven't seen them play on LA 36 in KLCS this year. Ricky Blackman is their head coach. Very excited about his program. They finished second in the Marine League to Narbonne, but again, Narbonne was ineligible. The drive and the basket is up and in. Beautifully done by Kiwana Gardner, who's but a freshman. Gardner's a 5'10 freshman. Blackman says the sky is the limit for her. She had 20 points and 10 rebounds in the quarters against Venice. 2-0 Washington. A rare air ball by Autumn Davis. Dixon rebounds on the weak side. Washington in a man-for-man.
Yeah, they're matching it up.
Williams ties it. Nashawn Williams. 4-year player was Williams. Nice drive. Taking it strong to the iron. This is Makia Russell. She's so quick. She broke the pressure against Dorsey. Wakefield had it slapped away and stolen away. Haynes is fouled. Taft likes to run.
They like to run, and Armani as a freshman, Mark Drucker has many more years with a strong team and strong promise from this player. I like her. I like her a lot. She's young, but she's gifted.
And quick. Armani Haynes, her sister also played, and her brother Calvin Haynes was a great player.
Played for Taft.
On his way to Oregon State, going to play there next year. Calvin Haynes. 3-2 for the Toreadors, their first lead. And they get it back. Davis.
Here she goes.
Do that all night long.
Here she goes.
I think she wears that number 3 for a reason.
For a reason, I think so too. I think you're absolutely right, Randy.
Generals fail to pull the trigger outside as Gardner misses. Davis all the way. Autumn can't complete it. Walk on the Generals. Give it back to Taft High School. Joy Hubbard, number 21, a sophomore center in there as well for the Toreadors. And Williams goes up and draws the foul. This Nayshawn Williams is an excellent player.
She's an excellent player, and you know, she's a no-nonsense player. When you play against her, she, you know, her demeanor is always on the game, serious face, there to play basketball, period.
Good look at Nayshawn. To play any one of the positions 1 through 4 on your lineup. Talented all-around player. Good start for the Toreadors. They've scored 7 in a row. Now 8 unanswered points. Nayshawn Williams has 4 of the Toreadors' 8 points. Remember, Washington got the first 2 with a Gardner shot. Russell is hit and fouled. Boy, she's quick, number 12, Makia Russell.
Quick. She can push it up the floor.
I want to think, as we take a look at this replay, Carol, that it's imperative for Washington to stay in this early because they're such a young club. They don't start a senior.
Yeah, you know what? You're going to have to pace yourself and really not let Taft get on energy run. You know, because once they get their confidence up, because they already start with confidence. So if you don't give them any answers, it'll be tough to come back.
Then watch out for number 3, Autumn Davis. Here she is. She hit 5 threes in the second half against Grant. Had 16 points in the fourth quarter against the Lancers in the semifinal. A drive by Dixon, and she's able to draw the foul. All these Taft players handle the ball well. Mark Drucker's got a fine unit.
This year he has a team, definitely. No fear of taking it to the hole, you know, just driving right to the basket. No
There's
fear.
Mark Drucker. Has been around Taft a long time. Done a great job building the program.
Yes, he has.
Second stint as the head coach. He went away to coach the boys for a
Yeah,
while.
he used to coach the boys also.
Becky coached Steve Smith, a very fine football player. That's such a stellar career. Just concluded at USC as a wide receiver. 10-2. 10 unanswered points.
Taft working the double team.
Russell works it down low to Askew, and she powers up and draws the foul.
Maybe a couple of free throws will give Washington a little confidence. There we go.
I don't know that she meant to bank it, but Janae will take it. Here's a girl that can really run, just a junior. Started last year as a 10th grader. Maybe she did try to bank that first one because that next one was long and almost banked in again. Well, that stops the Taft 10-point run, and this is a Toreador team that is certainly capable of scoring in large chunks. Open is Hubbard. She missed it underneath. Got it back. And Dixon traveled. Boy, Joy Hubbard was right there, and the sophomore center missed it. 4:44 left in the first quarter. Taft is leading 10-3 on LA 36 and KLCS. This is our girls' championship game in the city section. Russell can't convert. They need her to score from out there, don't they?
They need somebody to start hitting it from the outside.
Williams got hit hard and tumbles out of bounds. Wakefield fouled her, number 11. 30-second timeout called by Ricky Blackman.
Taft's really not afraid to dive for the ball. They'll go after the ball, just like you saw her go out of bounds right there. They'll do that all night long.
There's Ricky Blackman, head coach, 6th year. Played at Dorsey from 92 to 94 in the city section. Then on to Cal Poly Pomona. He's the head coach. And that's a Washington program that's very, very proud. 5 city titles, 89, 90, 91, 92, and 96. Julie Rousseau, who's now at Pepperdine as the head coach and former Sparks head coach, led Washington. They had a great player that year by the name of Tina Greer. Autumn Davis and Taft, they're looking for their first ever city title. They've never won this championship.
They've never been here before, so this is exciting for both teams because they're going to make a name for their school. They're going to make history tonight. One of these teams is going to make history.
Hubbard is tied up. Great hustle by Wakefield. Ball stays with Taft.
Watch this on the replay. Good hustle for the ball.
Gotta like that kind of effort from both the players.
As a coach, you expect it, especially from a varsity team and games this big. You better go for it.
Williams off to Armani Haynes, just a 9th grader. How tough is it to have a point guard as a 9th grader? I guess not too tough when you're as good as Haynes.
It's not too tough when, yeah, exactly. It's very rare that you see someone so confident, so young.
Here come the Generals with 4 minutes gone in the first half. Askey can't field the pass from Wakefield, and it's out of bounds to Taft. It's one of the first times we've seen Washington get up the floor and run.
Exactly, but they've got to really start connecting with the basket.
Shalonda Bell has come in, number 23, junior guard for Washington. Ashley Wakefield has gone out. Autumn Davis firing and banking it in. Boy, she's good. Using the window there, Autumn Davis has 5.
She's on a mission this year, Randy.
12-3 for number 1, Taft High School. Keep in mind, against Venice, in the quarterfinals, Washington down a dozen in the second half, and they rallied to win. This is Russell, Makia Russell, all the way. Give the ball to the Toreadors. Taft winning 22 straight coming in for 53-year-old head coach Mark Drucker. And Drucker's also the athletic director at Taft, and boy, they got it going in Woodland Hills with all their teams. Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 12-3 Toreador. 5 on the shot clock. Excellent defense by the Generals. Davis will have to fire the long-range shot. And banks it in.
Makes it. Can you believe that, Randy?
Autumn Davis from downtown, literally from downtown.
Wow, this is what this player does. I mean, just leave her open and that's gonna happen.
High off the window. And a steal by Armani Haynes. 15-3 Taft. Armani all the way, and she banks it in. Haynes averages 10 a game, 4 assists and 3 steals. That's her first goal of this opening quarter, and the Toreadors have exploded to a 17-3 lead.
Washington has simply got to come up with some answers and change their strategy a little bit to get on the boards, drive the lane, get to the free throw line, do something to make some shots, some baskets.
Taft went on a 29-2 run in the semifinals against an undefeated Grant team. They're fully capable of doing that kind of damage every contest. One of the rare times that Washington was able to get the ball inside, but they just can't convert. Ashley Marzette has checked in for the Lady Generals. She wears number 33. Ricky Blackman looking for some answers.
You know, they're playing decent defense. They're just offensive sets just aren't working right now. But their defense is there.
Williams from the side. Good rebound by Wakefield, who's come back in. Ashley Wakefield. Boy, she wasn't out very long. And again, Washington turns it over. They're making too many mistakes. Again, it's a young team.
It's a young team. I think it's first quarter jitters. Maybe, you know, by second quarter they'll get a little used to the energy, the floor, the crowd. and loosen up a little bit.
So much different playing on the big stage. Autumn Davis, she's not worried about the big stage. Missed there.
Having a season like Taft, you know, that builds a lot of confidence.
Three-pointer up, no good by Shalonda Bell. And the Toreadors back the other way. They're always looking for number 3. Smythe inside, powers up and fails. Rebound, Shalonda Bell. And Wakefield's going to play the point. She started as the 2 guard. Unique Robinson has entered as well, number 15 for Washington. Again, Ricky Blackman has a very deep bench. He goes 14 deep. He can play all the players, but right now, no cohesiveness offensively.
Yeah, the team needs to work together and communicate on the floor. You know, they need to talk it up and see the open player and find a way to score.
Asia Miller's in as well, number 10. Final half minute of the quarter, and Washington only has 3 points. Remember, Gardner scored the first basket of the game for them. Here's Miller firing. And she's fouled by Armani Haynes, and it'll be 3 shots for Asia Miller, senior, who was the player that really turned it around against Venice when they rallied for the victory. She had 12 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 steals against the Gondoliers. See you shaking your head. You just can't believe how the Lady Generals are struggling.
They're struggling. They're struggling in this quarter. They just got to relax and play their game.
Now she's missed the first 2. And
I mean, Armani's freshman mistake. I mean, we'll allow her that one to foul someone at the three-point line, but it worked. Yeah, you got to take advantage of that.
They're not doing that. Missing the first 2. Asia with another one, but she missed all 3.
All 3.
Powering it back up, but failing to make the shot was Ashley Marzette. Taft figures to get the final shot of the quarter. We're down to 10 seconds remaining, and Haynes is a adept ball handler. To Autumn Davis with 5 seconds. With 4 seconds to Haynes, she's going to have to shoot the ball from 35 feet. Air ball, quarter's over. 17-3 for Taft in the first quarter. This is a basketball team that was 10-0 in the West Valley League, and they look good.
They look extremely good tonight. Confident after their plan, you know, on their mission.
What makes Taft so tough, Carol? You played against them twice. Your Cavaliers could contend with them either. Not many teams have. Why is Taft so good?
I say this year in particular because they've had such a great record. They've got so many players that are contributors on the team. Usually as a coach, I mean, if you could have 3 players who are working together on the floor out of the 5, you could get things done. But I mean, Taft as a team, everybody that Mark puts on the court is getting the job done. And I think that's what cuts them from the rest.
Oh, a tremendous first quarter for the Toreadors, 17-3. I know the Generals came back against Venice, but this is a different circumstance and a different building. And Taft is a very difficult team to contend with. And I go back to Grant, who had a great year this year.
Oh, yeah, Michael Flott and his team. I was really proud of them.
19-0. And yet this Taft team in the second half went on a 29-2 run against an undefeated Lancer squad.
Shut them down also. But it's like the coach and the players. I mean, Taft is an example of a varsity squad where everybody's on the same page. Everybody wants to accomplish the same goal, and that's what it takes to be a champion.
Well, let's see if the Lady Generals can bounce back in the second quarter. That starting backcourt's intact once again. Nakia Russell and Ashley Wakefield, and this is Russell. It's slapped away. Down low to Janae Askew. She draws the foul. Janae Askew, 6'1" junior center. Really new to the game, only been playing a year and a half.
And she's been the 3rd best scorer for that team this year.
8 points and 7 rebounds. Went up against 2, wasn't shy about it. That's Askew's first point of this championship game. Lady Generals have 1 basket in over 8 minutes of action. Pretty good
Maybe
rhythm
they're
at the
starting to
line.
relax a little bit.
17-5. And a carrying on Jamaica Curry. She's the backup point guard for the Toreadors. A little bit of an opening here. Let's see if Washington can bounce back. Glad you're with us on LA 36 and KLCS, the education station. For the Girls City Championship game, it's Taft and Washington. I'm Randy Rosenblum with Carol Holton, head coach at Cleveland High School in Reseda in the West San Fernando Valley. There's one up and in.
Coming alive.
That was a good-looking jump shot from the side. That's what Washington's going to need to do. Good form there by Russell. And now they play a little tighter at the defensive end. Good block by Unique Robinson. What a name, Unique.
I had a player named Unique also. It must have been a year for Unique.
It's a great
Girls
name.
born.
Curry handling the point. Autumn Davis with a wild shot. Smythe tries to follow it up, and a foul on Smythe. Well, Washington is getting its feet a little bit here. They're back to within 9, and you just sense a little bit of a momentum swing toward the Generals.
Exactly. Because their defense, they've been, playing Taft hard on defense and matching up, but they just got to get the confidence on the offensive end, and they'll be fine.
Smythe out of the Taft lineup, and Joy Hubbard back in. Here comes Makia Russell. That three by Gardner misses. There's Russell underneath, putting it back in. Makia Russell. 17-10, and the Taft lead shrinks to 7.
I think Washington's trying to make this a game now. Being patient, waiting, taking the ball back up, completing the play.
Wonderful spin move by Williams. This Nashon Williams, a 4-year player, 3-year starter for Mark Drucker. Just a tremendous all-around player going to the stripe. Taft's first point of the quarter. Another charity for Nashon.
She's third in scoring for Taft for the team.
Williams' first team All-West Valley League the last 2 years. Fails on the second one. Taft by 8. Russell able to penetrate, and Askew missed the bunny underneath, and it's out of bounds to Taft. Got to convert those plays.
You got to make those work, especially being down by 8, having a slow start. You got to start taking that confidence and keeping it on a run.
Good job by Makia Russell, though, breaking down the Taft defense. We go under 6 minutes to play in the half, and a steal. And Russell is so tough, she took it from Armani Haynes and drew the foul. It's Makia Russell, just a junior, 5'4" point guard, 3-year starter, only 16 years of age.
Okay, and this is where experience may, win over non-experience or upperclassmen against lowerclassmen.
The heart and soul of the team right here in Makia Russell. You want a point guard, though, that can make foul shots because they handle the ball so much.
Got to make a free throw. It's so important. Free throws wins games. That's one of my cliches. It's so important. They can determine games. You got to make your free throws.
See Makia a little upset at herself for missing that first one. She leads this club in scoring 11 points a game. Very balanced attack for the Lady Generals. That's better. 18-11 for the Toreadors. 5:50 left before intermission. Armani Haynes back in at the point, going all the way. It's taken out of there by Unique Robinson. Impressed how Washington's come back here and has withstood that first quarter, which was 17-3 for Taft. Tipped away nicely by Armani Haynes. The ball belongs to the Lady Generals.
Now, if they can score on this next play, I think their confidence will be enough to really start playing their game.
Russell for three. Officials look at one another, and it belongs to Taft. That's a good call. Well, that would have been a nice basket there for Makia Russell had she been able to knock the three down. That would have got Washington's fans into it. They really would have been on the heels of the Toreador.
I think they need that.
Again, Makia Russell poking it away from Haynes. She's a pest. Haynes can't hit it. Rebound, Asia Miller. Washington's defense has been stifling in this second quarter. They turn it over here as
Gotta take care
Autumn
of the
Davis goes back the other way. Dixon. That shot is up and no good by Armani Hampton. Autumn Davis is called for the charge. Excellent defense again by Makia Russell.
Taft is real aggressive, but they got to be careful not to go overboard and get themselves in foul trouble. See on the replay, you can't force it.
That's what Autumn did there.
Her team needs her all 4 quarters, so she's got to be careful of those offensive calls.
Autumn Davis, 3-year starter and captain of the Toreadors. Arguably the best three-point shooter in the city section. Don't know that anyone shoots it any better than Autumn. Can't imagine anybody shooting it better.
Not to finish the season, that's for sure.
Askew out on top. Haynes can't save it. Give the ball to the Lady Generals. 4:07 left in the half. Only 18-11, so Washington has limited Taft to 1 point in 4 minutes in the second quarter. Wakefield from deep can't score. Rebound run down by Coco Bradley. This is Coco Bradley. Wakefield throws that up over the iron. Boy, the Generals are pounding the glass. Taft's struggling to get rebounds.
I think Washington's really stepping up on the boards, but they got to make use of that backboard.
Number 3, Brittany Jennings in, and she comes in and really hits it hard on the glass and will shoot some fouls. There's a good look at Brittany Jennings. Senior, solid rebounder, says the coach, and she showed that. Cannot hit the 1-and-1. We talked about that earlier, Carol. You've got to hit those free throws.
You got to hit the free throws, Randy. I think it's the reason why they call them free. No one's on you. Make it.
Mayshawn Williams with a great spin move going all the way. Last touch by the Lady Generals. Taft will get another crack at the goal. Well, the good news here for the Generals, they're back in it.
They're back
they look
in
more
it,
comfortable.
and we've been 18-11 for a while here. So they are stopping Taft from scoring. That's what you got to do. You got to get some stops at their end.
No stop there.
No stop there.
Mayshawn Williams again. She's a real slasher inside, and she has 7 of Taft's 20. And it's 20-11 for the Toreadors. Jennings to Wakefield. Askew backing down inside, puts up, can't score it. Jennings with the follow. That's no good. Last touched by the Lady Generals, and Taft gets it back.
They're really struggling making their shots tonight.
And they're getting opportunities because they're pounding the glass.
Exactly.
One thing about Washington, though, is they take the time out here. They're going to be a scary team next year when you see how young they are.
Because he has something like eight juniors returning. next
Ashley
year.
Wakefield's a junior. Makia Russell's a junior.
8 juniors are returning next year for Ricky Blackman. So I think no matter what the outcome of this game, this experience is going to do a lot for his team next year, especially with 8 seniors on a squad.
Coco Bradley is a junior. Kiwana Gardner's only a freshman who's playing extensively. Janae Askew, the center, is a junior. Maybe it's a better way to put it is they're all juniors except for Asia Miller and Brittany Jennings.
Absolutely.
They're the only 2
so,
seniors.
So he's going to be strong. He'll be in trouble the year after that, but graduated 8 seniors in 1 year. But next year should be a good year for him as well.
Well, the good news for Washington here, they were outscored in the first quarter 17-3. They've bounced back and outscored Taft 8-3 in the second quarter. At least they played themselves back into the game. And with a young club, you got to feel good about that.
You got to feel good about that. I think once they relaxed a little and got the jitters out, they were ready to play.
Generals in red. Taft Toreadors in white. Taft the number 1 seed. Washington number 6. Washington was the runner-up team in the Marine League to Narbonne. They finished 9-3 in very competitive Narbonne in the Marine League. Narbonne won it.
Almost thought Autumn was going to bring the ball up.
Armani Haynes all the way, no good. Rebound Coco Bradley. Russell traveled.
The good news is, though, they're starting to look for each other inside. I see a little better communication going on between the generals.
Well, Taft unable to put the Lady Generals away in this second quarter. Amber Dixon does all the small things for Mark Drucker's club. Amber's had a very solid year. Dixon is only a junior. Near turnover. Davis goes and gets. Autumn Davis walked. Second time she's been guilty of that tonight.
I think both teams are real excited. They're going to have to settle down and play their game if they're going to come out a winner of this event.
Autumn Davis, though, when she spots up, boy, she's fun to watch. She's electric when she starts hitting those 3-pointers. 5 threes in the second half against Grant in the semifinals. Coco Bradley was bumped, but she's called for the walk. Ricky Blackman wanted a foul. Minute 54 to play in the half. Taft 20, Washington 11. Think she was fouled or not?
No, I think Autumn was clearly there. She had her hands up for the officials to see.
So it was a good no call and a turnover against Washington. Autumn Davis all the way. A blocking foul. Boy, she's penetrated. It's not just her outside game. She's taking it to the iron.
No, Autumn usually, she usually gets a couple of fast breaks a game.
Second foul on Makia Russell.
Okay, now they want to be careful with her. Makia needs to really, really help her team tonight, so foul trouble is not an option for her.
Non-shooting foul. 6th on the team. Ball out of bounds to Taft. Davis for 3. Well, the Generals are aware of her shooting.
They got to be careful because she almost got that one off.
And one thing about Autumn Davis, even if she's missing, she'll continue to shoot for Mark Drucker. She's one of those streak shooters, and when she gets it going, look out.
And if a coach gives you the green light and just tells you to keep shooting until you get hot, because they're not going to fall all the time, but that's the key. If she keeps shooting, 5 or 6 of them will hit.
Well, Washington would like to score here and draw closer. They're down 9 with 1:20 to go in the half. Randy Rosenbaum and Carol Holton at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles. Girls City final. One's no good, but there's Washington again on the glass. This is Asia Miller. Dangerous pass there, but somehow was able to get to Shalonda Bell. Wakefield is raked to the ball, and it's stolen away. And here comes Autumn Davis, and there's one of those easy ones that you were alluding to. Autumn Davis She has 10 for Taft. 22-11. 40 seconds left in the half.
You've got to get back on defense, and you have to stop that. You got to have some heart and hustle back if you're a general. And stop that. At least put her on the line and no easy baskets.
Terrific steal by Amber Dixon of the Toreadors. Final 20 seconds. Shot clock is put to bed. Williams inside. Nayshawn Williams. She has 9. Davis and Williams have 19 of the 24, and it's 24-11.
But Randy, that's what I was telling you about this squad. They just don't go away. They have everybody wanting to contribute to the game.
Wakefield misses at the buzzer, and Taft limits Washington to 11 first-half points. In the first 3 rounds, they limited Banning to 40, Carson to 40, and Grant to 30, and they stifle Washington with only 11 first-half points. So at the break, top-seeded Taft, 22 consecutive wins, looking to make it 23 in a row with a healthy working margin over the Washington Generals. Your intermission score reads Taft 24, Washington 11. We'll be back with more, including the second half from the Sports Arena, right after this on LA 36 and KLCS. We are set for the second half here at the Sports Arena. Randy Rosenblum and Carol Holton. Why is Taft so good defensively? They're leading 24-11. They completely shut down Washington in the first half.
Taft doesn't simply like to just win basketball games, Randy. They like to dominate other teams. And I think if they all get together before the game and let's say, let's do this, they have good camaraderie, high-fiving each other. They just have the energy to do it together and to do it in a really, really strong fashion.
Haynes' runner fails. Washington rebounds, and the Generals have the basketball. See if the Lady Generals can put together anything offensively. Askew down low. Rebound Hubbard of Taft. See what the Toreadors can do with the offensive
still
end.
is not connecting with the basket.
Adam Davis. Hubbard. She banks it in. Joy Hubbard. For Joy Hubbard, that's her first points of the game. Very physical player. Very intense is Hubbard. Shots continue to fail for the Lady Generals. Wakefield tried that one from the corner.
Washington starting to double team this half.
Wakefield with the takeaway. Miller misses. Rebound Askew no good. How many times have the Generals gotten second and third opportunities and failed to put it in?
And still the ball's not falling for them. I think they really need to start setting some good screens for one another and get an inside game going on. At least they could draw some fouls and hopefully get Taft in foul trouble and make something from the line because they're not dropping for them tonight.
Russell for 3. She hits it. Makia Russell, their top scorer on the year. Russell hits one there. The co-MVP of the Marine League last year. And a takeaway. 26-14.
I hope they're going to come alive now.
Well, Makia Russell out on top is very dangerous. Gardner. She gets her own rebound, comes underneath. Kiwana again finally inside. Boy, is Kiwana battling in there. Well, you can't fault Kiwana Gardner for going after
3 consecutive rebounds.
Washington will take it out of bounds. Gardner. That one's on the end line and out of bounds to Taft. So a tough sequence there for Kiwanis Gardner, the 5'10 freshman. Unable to convert, but they take it away. Behind the back by Gardner to Russell. That's beautiful. Nakia Russell on the fast break. Gardner with the assist. Russell with a quick 5, and suddenly it's a 26-16 game. And Nakia Russell getting the high fives.
Getting the high fives because she's going to make this Washington team wake up and come alive and say, let's play basketball.
How about that pass by the freshman Gardner?
Awesome.
Now, Ricky Blackman says of Kiwanis Gardner, she's cold-blooded, doesn't get nervous at all. Doesn't matter if they play at the sports arena or on the playground. And even though Kiwanis Gardner had that tough sequence the last time down, you gotta love the way she battles.
Exactly, and every team has its leaders, Randy, and I'm sure she represents that for Washington.
Ricky Blackman has the attention of his youthful Lady General basketball team.
I like Coach Blackman's composure. He hasn't gotten upset. He just keeps talking to his team, and you can see they keep making adjustments.
She loves Mark Drucker, the Taft coach, though.
Oh, but that's because that's his daughter.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he had appeal, you know? There he is.
That's his lovely wife and child.
Well, Mark Drucker trying to get a city championship for Taft. First time they've been here. Been at Taft since 1974. He actually graduated at Taft in 72, and he's been coaching the Toreadors in some form since 1974. Williams open down court was Dixon, but there's Russell again. Boy, is she pesky. Askew can't hit it.
Armani Haynes.
Armani is very composed for a freshman. Hard to believe she's a 9th grader. Autumn Davis got to watch her on the wing with that ability to knock down the threes. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Taft 26, Washington 16. Dixon traveled. Easy play to call.
She should have just shot that. There was no reason to put it on the floor. Shoot those. No one was on her.
Get that open look. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Just get it off.
Well, 3 minutes into the third quarter. A little bit of life for Washington with Russell, the point guard, getting more offensive minded. But they like to go through Askew down low, and that's why.
Oh, here we go.
Janae Askew cuts the deficit to 8. And a Taft Toreador turnover. Hubbard threw it away.
I think Washington's really trying to make this a game.
Well, they're pressuring Taft into some mistakes. Russell for 3.
And you got to realize also, Randy, it's not only that they're going to the big dance tonight. They're on a big college floor, a sports arena, but the time of day that they're playing is a time that these kids aren't used to playing.
How difficult is it for them? It's
That's a big
early in
adjustment.
the
They're used to playing 4 o'clock games all year, and then playoffs. Then you start playing at night.
A steal by Wakefield. Russell. She's hitting her shots in this second half. And it's 26-20. And here come the Generals and Nakia Russell leading them back. Amber Dixon with a freebie. As we come back to live action, Dixon's deuce makes it 28-20. But you gotta love what Nakia Russell has brought into this third quarter offensively.
What a great leader in her for the squad.
She has 7 third quarter points. Askew, the turnaround jump shot. And Janae Askew starting to warm up. 28-22, and suddenly Taft can't shake Washington.
6-point game.
Wakefield with the takeaway. Wakefield all the way, and she's fouled. Hubbard with the block. And the personal foul, and Wakefield to the line. Boy, this Ashley Wakefield is long and athletic. Real combo guard. We've seen her play the point and the two spot.
But if
Very
you saw
unselfish.
the timeout, yeah, but you saw the timeout where when Ricky Blackman was talking to his team, everybody was paying attention, looking at their coach, and figuring out how to get back in this game. And I think they're doing just that.
Taft wants a 30-second timeout. Mark Drucker. 3:24 left in the third quarter. Washington, who lost in the quarters last year to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ricky Blackman's brought them all the way to the city finals this year. And again, they beat Sylmar by 2, Venice, the number 3 team, by 3, Dorsey, the number 2 team, by 3. What Washington's trying to accomplish here is really unbelievable. They're trying to beat 3, 2, and 1 in back-to-back games.
Absolutely. And that's why the phrase, any given Sunday, has come to be. I mean, we figure that's the way the West Valley League is. It's like anybody, except Taft was clearly this year 10-0. That last year was a little bit more even, but they were a 10-0 team. They didn't split with anybody. But everybody else could beat anybody on any given day. So it makes it tough.
And
Close
Washington
games.
in the Marine League, a very solid league, especially with Narbonne in there. And again, Narbonne ineligible for the tournament
That was a
this
big
year.
deal.
One more charity for Ashley Wakefield, the junior.
Wow.
28-23, Taft. Nashawn Williams all the way. Amber Dixon able
Good
to get
hustle
it
by
back.
Amber.
Davis is open. She'll normally knock that down. Smythe inside, had it stripped away by Janae Askew. Nice play by the center of Washington. Askew had it stolen from behind by Haynes.
And a steal
Russell.
again. Wow. And a steal again.
Both teams giving it away. It's like a hot potato. There's grease on that ball or something. Washington's clapping. This is going against Taft. Haynes with the personal foul, her third.
Okay, she's got to be careful of this young freshman because she doesn't want to foul out of the game. So I don't know if Mark wants to give her a rest and put anybody else in, but she's got to settle down.
There's some scramble at a concerned Taft sideline. They led after the first quarter 17-3, but things have tightened up considerably. But a 5-point lead for the Toreadors. Washington much more confident. Russell probing. Can't hit it.
Way to follow.
Bell misses the follow shot. Russell for 3. Air ball and straight out of bounds.
I think both squads are getting a little excited now. They both have to get back into their game plan.
Boy, Washington really had a chance there, Carol, to get
I know.
within 2. You're not going to get a better look than that.
That would have been a huge
Russell
shot.
is wide open. Three-on-one, easy for Dixon. I really like Amber Dixon. Complete player, returning starter, does everything well, very quick hands defensively.
Fundamentally sound.
Good offensively. How'd you get so open like that?
Washington's not getting back on D.
30-23. Taft by 7. Bell with the wild shot, no good. Wakefield follows and misses. And Smythe has it for the Toreadors. 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Taft leads by 7. Dixon again over the iron. But she poked it free to Davis, who hits a
And she
3.
connects. Wow.
13
Huge.
for Autumn Davis.
You cannot leave Autumn Davis open. Simply cannot.
Tremendous
You can't leave her
form.
open, Randy. And every team knows that.
The one thing,
And yet, it
as
happens.
a coach, you school your team, know who the shooters are.
You have to. go over it in a timeout. Who's the shooter?
Under a minute to play in the quarter. 4 on the shot clock. So Wakefield fires it up. It's out of bounds to Taft. That's excellent defense by the Toreadors. Now they've given up 12 points in this third quarter, but Taft throughout the playoffs has just shut down everyone. They've been on lockdown against all the teams.
And you have to realize, Randy, too, they are second, Marcus said so themselves, they're a second quarter team. So they really come through for him in the fourth.
Smythe taking it hard to the iron, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Tapper finishes. They like to finish. I know we're all in the third, but second half is when they really start coming alive and playing their game.
Well, Brianna Smythe is going to the line, only a sophomore. She's strong inside, but she's one of the fastest players on the team when she got down the court.
There you go.
Smythe was all league on the JV team last year, just a sophomore. Very bright future for Mark Drucker.
Well, we're going to try to give him a run for his money next year.
Sure, Carol, you'll have a good club for the Cavaliers.
We're going to be very decent.
Got a big run
Got
last
Nicolay
year.
Henderson coming back. Some exciting freshmen will be fun.
Taft by 10. Final 12 seconds of the quarter. Washington working it down. Russell had it intercepted. Davis from backcourt. That won't get there. And the third quarter ends, and Taft is leading 33-23. Again, you just don't score points against Taft. I know Washington got 12 of the 23 in the third quarter, but Taft is a terrific defensive unit.
They all of them collectively as a unit. They just swarm you like a hive of bees. They really do. They're in-your-face defense 24/7. And I think that makes the other team more pressure because they miss so many easy layups because there's somebody always there.
That's 17-3 first quarter for Taft. Has made it an uphill battle throughout the evening for Ricky Blackman's Washington Generals.
And I don't see much Taft subbing much tonight, right? It's pretty much the starters out there.
Yeah, Amari Hampton's been on the floor for a few minutes. Jamaica Curry spelled Haynes at point guard. Smythe has come in and played, but that's been it. About 8 players for Mark Drucker tonight. Washington going much deeper. They've played 10 or 11 so far.
Trying to
for
get
Ricky
them
Blackman
to play as a team.
Again, a remarkable achievement by Washington, beating Sylmar, Venice, and Dorsey to get here. And Taft has just run roughshod over Banning, Carson, and Grant. Already taking out 2 Marine League teams, and Banning and Carson, and looking to knock out a third in the championship game. Taft's ball to begin the final 8-minute stanza. And a steal off the press. Miller misses the layup.
These layups that they missed tonight are going to cost them if they don't start capitalizing on some of them.
Asia Miller's down. You can see that she's hurting.
Senior.
And she's the young lady that sparked the comeback against the Gondoliers of Venice.
She just went down on that knee pretty hard. She's holding her head too. I don't know if she made contact with the player, but I think
We'll take every precaution available. No reason to hurry things here. Want to make sure that Asia's okay. And she's up, and I think she's going to be all right. It's a good sign. In fact, she wants to stay in the ball game. They're going to sub for her.
well, that's a rule. You
They
gotta
have
have
to,
to
yeah.
sub out. If you,
But
you
she
know, delay
really
a
wanted
game,
to stay in.
Yeah, they could get her. Coach can get her back in, but they have to sub when they have to stop the game for an injury.
Coco Bradley comes back, number 21. Well, if Washington's going to rally, it's apparent to me that number 12, Makia Russell, has to shoulder the burden like she did in the third quarter when she brought him back. Wakefield driving, and that pass was knocked away. There's a tie-up as well, the jump ball situation, alternating possession, and it'll stay with Washington. Also need Wakefield to convert. She had 16 points in the win over Dorsey, and she has not been able to knock down shots tonight.
Now see what I mean, Randy? That's an easy layup. You just got to make those shots. In a big game like this in the fourth quarter, down by 10, you got to make a layup.
Askew rebounds the Williams miss. 7:14 left. 33-23 for the Toreadors of Taft, looking for their first ever city title. We're at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles with Carol Holton. I'm Randy Rosenblum on LE36 and KLCS. Glad you are aboard for the ride. Gardner from deep.
Nothing.
She's short with it, and it's cleared out of there by Smythe.
The Generals are really experiencing a drought tonight with their shooting.
Smythe from Haynes. She got it back and scored. Brianna Smythe, and she will work the glass.
Those 2 points add up, Randy.
Well, this is just relentless work underneath.
Get your own rebound, put it back.
And Coco Bradley able to draw a foul. Ricky Blackman says she's a Lamar Odom type of player. Coco Bradley. Versatile.
See if she can connect on these free throws.
6:19. That's all that remains for Washington to try to rally back.
Oh, no way, miss.
Got to hit those freebies at this stage when you're back by a dozen.
Nothing. Came up short again.
Good work, though, by Ashley Wakefield to get it back for Ricky Blackman's team. And he wants to call a timeout. Got to diagram some play that'll.
They have to get going pretty soon here, yeah. Time's running out. 6:14 left. Now or never.
Mark Drucker on the other side talking to Autumn Davis. Mark, one of the nicer guys you'd ever want to meet. You think you'd meet him off the court? How could this guy coach? He's too soft-spoken and too nice a guy. But on the court, on the floor, it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
it's
a little bit different.
Intense.
I think it's a little bit different.
West
Valley League, real competitive in the West Valley League.
Isn't he the nicest guy in the world when you meet him off the court?
Yes, he is.
Well, Taft's never won the city title in girls basketball. They're on the doorstep now with 6 minutes and change remaining. And for this Washington team, regardless of what happens in this outing, what a future with all those juniors plus Gardner, the freshman, coming back next year.
But I'd like to see a lot more energy with Washington. They got to pump each other up. They got to be on the huddle on the floor saying, let's go. And you don't see that with these girls. Just kind of out there. They got to pump each other up.
Well, usually young players are exuberant, and you have to settle them down.
And that's what the energy Taft had this year. You know, they were huddled up, they were pumped up. You can't beat a team like that. When they're energetic as a team to take care of a job, you have to be equally on a mission of your own.
Asia Miller will bring it in for the Generals. And the trips now become very important for the Lady Generals to get back in the hunt, down by a dozen with just 6 minutes to play. Askew playing at the high post, number 32. She's been doing most of her work down low on the block. Russell going to the basket and scoring.
And connects.
Boy, Makia Russell is so good. Only 5'4" and a junior.
Drought.
She's going to be all city, no question. She's really good.
Yeah, she's a leader for them. Definite leader for the Washington Generals. Taking the ball to the hoop, scoring, say, if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Williams the other way. It's a smart foul by Russell because Haynes was about to deliver the ball to Autumn Davis, who was wide open for a three. That's a good foul by number 12. That's 3 fouls on Russell. Great steal by Wakefield. Nakia Russell all the way.
Oh!
And Smythe is fouled from behind by Gardner. Washington's not out
There's
of
plenty
it
of
yet.
time left. There's plenty of time left. That was just a beautiful drive to the basket. Didn't fall, a way to take it to the hole.
Taft looking for its first crown. Washington's won 5.
Yeah, tough
She's
break.
everywhere, isn't she?
She's trying to do it all on her own. Her team has got to rally and help.
Well, she's an entertaining player, though.
It's fun to watch.
What a water bug. She has boundless energy, Nakia Russell.
Something that everyone needs to play this sport.
5 minutes left.
Still.
Taft gives it away. Gardner misses. Miller converts on the putback.
Those are the easy baskets that Washington has to make if they're going to stay close in this game.
It's an 8-point lead for Taft. Approaching 4:30 to play. Ten on the shot clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Davis can't get it off. And that should be a shot clock violation, and now is so indicated. Give the ball to Washington. Well, you still got to play offensively. You
You
can't
got to
just
play both ends of the floor.
You can't rely on the lead if you're Taft. You got to still attack. Well, Nakia Russell, with
See
her
what she
presence
does.
on the floor, she's given Washington a chance. This young basketball team within 8 with 4 minutes to play. Taft in a player-to-player alignment defensively. Gardner had it swatted away, but it's picked up and underneath.
There it is.
Askew scores.
Those are the baskets I was talking about earlier that they have to keep making.
It's a
2 points at a
6-point game.
time.
That's over and back. Give the ball to Washington.
And they finally get a break. Plenty of time left, Randy.
The Generals are putting the squeeze on Taft right now. It's been their great defense that's got them back in the ballgame. This has been a defensive grinder tonight at the Sports Arena. Hard to score. Points hard to come by. 3.5 minutes left
Oh,
in
she's
regulation.
open. Shoot that.
And Gardner walked.
She should have shot it right away. No one was on her. She thought about it and walked. That would have been a huge basket.
You don't want to think, you want to react.
You want to react. Don't think it just hurts the ball club. See, right here she catches. Pull up. No dribbles needed. Pull up and shoot the ball.
Showed us she had a sweet stroke, but she traveled before that. Taft
And they
gets
get
it
another
away
break.
again. Guess who forced the turnover? Nakia Russell, Mark Druckerson. That girl is awfully good. That's what he's thinking right now. Big possession for Washington. Gardner.
Seems like everybody just standing around watching her try to lay the ball up.
And Wakefield put it up strong.
Foul on the ground. Still Washington's ball.
But Washington really pounds the glass.
Oh, they do. If all those layups in the first half would have fallen for them, it would be a way different ball game. But now they're starting to connect a little bit better.
Askew inside.
They're rebounding better. They're fighting for the ball. Jump.
Taft basketball. Well, Janae Askey's not shooting a strong percentage down low, number 32, but she has really worked diligently inside.
Look at them fighting for the rebounds, making a determination now.
They force another turnover with the press, which has really bothered Taft.
Well, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, it's do or die now.
Both teams turning the ball over too much.
Now, see, I would pressure the ball right here.
Hubbard is free. She hits.
Wow.
Joy Hubbard with a big basket for Taft High
Huge
School.
basket for her.
37-29. 2.5 minutes
That's a
separate
basket
Taft from
this
the title.
player, member for a long time.
I think you got to find Makia Russell, don't you?
Armani almost with a steal there.
Here comes Makia. All the way. She's bottled up.
They got to settle down. Here's Autumn on another fast break.
Autumn Davis all the way for 2. Autumn Davis has 15. That's her average.
And those were the 2 fast breaks I told you she usually gets per game. That was number 2.
Generals call timeout. Back by 10 with 1:55. That may do it. That last basket by Autumn Davis. Who's the city player of the year in girls basketball, you think, Carol? Is it Autumn Davis?
Well, I think clearly, usually, I think other coaches look at it. When you're on the championship team and you had a girl who is going to possibly help you beat 23 straight wins, I think clearly, without question, it deservedly goes to her.
Well, Erica Inge of Dorsey, a terrific player. She went out in the semifinals, losing to Washington. Erica Inge had another sensational year for the Dons. But I think in Autumn Davis, she's probably the player of the year, the senior, 3-year starter. West Valley League player of the year already. Why not become the city player of the year? And Mark Drucker had some anxious moments there, but his team,
yeah, I think his blood pressure went up a little bit.
Yeah, they held their composure. 39-29 for Taft.
You see what I'm talking about? The camaraderie, the talking to each other, you know? Communication is key.
It's been the toughest game of the tournament for Taft, though. They've outscored their opponents. The winning margin has been 24.7.
Yeah, they've had a lot of blowouts, right.
But Taft started to blow this thing out early, but Washington has hung around and at least has made it respectable. They just can't solve Taft defensively. And they have not been able to hit their shots, Washington. Whitefield handles the ball well. She takes it strong to the basket. Let's see if she can convert these freebies, these charities.
And here she goes. She's driving to the basket. Tries to convert. Goes a little short, but she draws the foul.
4 fouls on Armani Haynes.
And the missing of the free throws tonight for the Generals has been very costly for them as well.
Yeah, just haven't been able to put the ball in the basket. It's been the trend all night long for the Lady Generals. Washington 22-6 coming in. Taft 22-2. Losing their first 2 games, but with Autumn Davis, they haven't lost since. That one rattled in and out. Wakefield all the way. There it is for Ashley Wakefield. 39-32. Taft not quite in yet with 1:20 to play.
Oh, open
Hubbard
look.
is open. Can't convert it. Russell back the other way. All the way.
Misses it.
Taft foul. With 1:07 remaining. You gotta like the effort from Ashley Wakefield. 17 fouls. She's shooting a 1-and-1. Has not had that good shooting game, but she is working hard. That was a must.
Finally a free throw made on the first try.
39-33.
Anything's possible.
Sure is.
And she gets the bounce.
Pressure all over the court. Let's see how Taft handles it. Minute to play. Mark Drucker calls the timeout with exactly 60 seconds left on the Sports Arena scoreboard. See him exhorting his team on. Mild-mannered, forget that.
Not in this game.
39-34 for Taft. And remember, they started 17-3 in the first quarter. Can Autumn Davis lead her team to the city championship? The Generals would like to have had a different start. You know, Kara, they've been a much different team since that first quarter.
They're a much different team. But you know what? You got to decide a little earlier that I want to play. You can't let a whole half go by and then decide, try to play catch-up basketball, I call it, in the second half. Because sometimes it's not enough time to do it. Maybe if you had 2 more minutes, you could have done it. You can't be fourth quarter players.
Well, that first quarter really damaged them.
Yeah, you got to come out of the gates with the energy that you have in the fourth.
Yeah, they put themselves in a major hole.
But with all of that, a 5-point game. Amazing.
Well, they've pounded the glass. Their press has been effective, and they've played good defense.
They started double teaming the ball a little bit better, going after rebounds, not stopping to the basket's made.
Washington only has 14 fouls, so they can press all over the court and afford to pick up fouls.
Many to give.
Mayshawn Williams.
Oh,
Haynes
wow.
had it
It's
tapped
a layup.
away. Wakefield all the way missed it. And Autumn Davis is fouled. Once again, Washington had a shot at point-blank range and couldn't score.
You simply got to connect on these moves. That would have been a big, huge basket for the Washington Generals. She was a little too far underneath the basket.
Would have made it a one-possession game. It's the Hound and the Fox as Taft plays keep away with a 5-point lead.
Definitely foul here.
They're in no hurry. They're going to milk it all the way down. Still 10 on the shot clock. 5 on the clock. Now they'll take the shot.
Come on, Washington.
Davis will take the 3. Hubbard rebounds. They can run it out now. But that's over and back
Wow.
with 10.3 seconds.
I don't know. If I was Washington, I would have fouled a little sooner than that. I wouldn't have let them play keep-away basketball that long. They just milked the clock.
Mark Drucker knows he's got the game basically in hand. He's saying no foul.
Fouls.
10 seconds left. They'll let Russell go all the way. Now it's a one-possession game. Quick timeout by the Generals. 39-36.
Wow, she drives to the basket. But I know their coach just told them not to foul, but you still can't let someone make an easy layup to the basket. Get there and take a charge.
Taft's got to be very careful here. If they turn it over, Washington would have a 3 to tie it. So first things first, Taft has to inbound the ball.
Right.
And get it to one of their sure ball handlers.
You don't want overtime in a championship game.
39-36.
And isn't it amazing, though, the way this game started, that it's a 3-point game? So you got to give credit to Washington.
It's amazing. This Taft only has 22 points since the first quarter. Well, the Toreadors are about to win their first city championship in girls basketball. Of course, they've won a boys basketball championship in 2004 with Jordan Farmar.
Sure.
Over Fairfax
Laker.
in the finals. Now with the Lakers, formerly of UCLA. But the girls have never won it. And they're 5.3 seconds away.
From possibly doing just that.
Mayshawn Williams will bring it in. Washington needs a steal and a 3 to tie. It's only the 16th foul, so it's 3.3 seconds and a smart foul. But you gotta now go for the steal. 4 fouls on Makia Russell.
A convincing foul from Washington. She didn't want the refs to miss that one. Sometimes you'll try to foul at the end of the game and they won't call it.
They get into Davis, and she's fouled with 2.5. Well, if Autumn Davis can hit one here, it's history. It may be history anyway. It's tough to come all the way down the court with 2.5 seconds and hit a three. Not impossible.
That's 6 fouls up on the board.
It's 7, 1 and 1.
Okay.
Well, Autumn Davis normally a very good foul shooter. At 22 points in the semifinal win over Grant, all in the second half. In and out. Washington needs a 3 from backcourt to tie it. Taft is the city champion. The Toreadors win 23 straight games to capture the title. Washington just couldn't overcome that sluggish start when they were down 17-3 after the first quarter. And Taft just held on as Washington came at him with a big challenge in the fourth quarter.
Well, you know what? Washington has nothing to be ashamed of. They came here, they did their best. On their road just to get here, they had to beat so many other good teams. There's nothing wrong with being number 2. They still go to state. Now the rule this year, wish they had done that for me last year, top 4 teams in the city go to state. This is not their last basketball game. Congratulations to Taft, but congratulations to both teams as well.
There's Autumn Davis, who undoubtedly will be the city player of the year, one would think, in the girls section, leading her team with 15 in this championship game. Hit a magnificent three-pointer high off the glass in the first half with the shot clock going down. And really, that ends up being the difference of the game. You know, the bank shot like that for 3, and you look up at the scoreboard now, and it finishes up 39-36.
3-point basketball game. When they first started this game, you wouldn't think it would have ended this way, but Washington rallied back to make it a little bit of a game. So they have a reason to hold their heads up.
One thing for sure, too, Washington, and we've talked about it throughout the telecast, will have all these players coming back next year, and we know they're going into the state tournament.
So they're going to be experienced.
They're going to be experienced, and they're very good. But Taft on this night, in control, and Washington, the Generals were playing catch-up throughout, and that trophy.
Oh, that's
plaques.
sweet, isn't it? I want one of those one day.
Yep, we all do, right? Yeah,
right,
all coaches
absolutely.
do. The hardwood is going to the Taft Toreadors, who finished the city season 23-2 as they'll embark into the state tournament. Washington will go into the state tournament 22-7. And Taft able to hold on. Your final thoughts, Carol?
My final thoughts is that Taft was clearly a team that set out this season to get a job done. They set a goal and they accomplished it, and you got to be proud and happy for a team like that.
We saw that 3, that deep 3 that banked in the first half. That's going to wrap up our coverage from the Sports Arena.
Mark. Congratulations to Mark Drucker. Fine job, Mark.
Mark Drucker had a great year, and the Taft team is the city champions. I want to thank everyone who worked on this telecast on LA 36 and KLCS. The final score, Taft is the champion for the first time in girls basketball in their school's history. They're all smiles. They beat Washington 39-36 for our entire crew. I'm Randy Rosenblum for Carol Holton saying so long from the Sports Arena, and hail to the Toreadors, the champions in girls basketball in the city of Los Angeles.